Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man. And as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. Today I'm having another special, probably about within the next, maybe for the next 3 to 4 days, because I'm going to take this video down at some point for my Learn the Rhythm guitar course. Normally it's $40, and it's, trust me, it's worth much more than the $40 on the normal price. But for the next few days, $25 for the download. You know, because now I just send you the download. You pay for it today, you get it today. Because what I'm trying to do here, because this is by no means, you know, Morris man trying to make money. No, because what I charge in my studio for my clients, which I, you know, this is what I do. Trust me, you know, this is to help you guys, because what I want to do is head off this new thing of people that don't know how to play. They don't want to spend any money. They think they can just go on YouTube and watch Morris Man Fingers and some other dude fingers and they know how to play. Don't go that route. Trust me. You don't know what you don't know. And what you're going to do is start to pick up a bunch of bad habits right out the gate, which is going to be hard to do once you kind of committed to doing it a unorthodox way and just putting your finger there and trying to remember where his fingers was. So I put my fingers there. But if anybody asks you, you know, what chord you got up under your hand, you can't tell them. Or the dude on YouTube just told me to put my fingers there. And still, this is a G chord. This is the D minor 7 chord. This is the F major 7 chord. This is a suspended 4th A. You know, all that stuff. And it's not hard to remember this stuff. You know, the way that I put together this course, because how this course started was years ago when I first started to just post some songs on YouTube. Because I'm thinking, you know, I know about 50 songs off the top of my head because I'm a working musician. So I'm just going to, you know, share these chords with other musicians, because that's what we do. We share with each other. Hey, well, what's the chords for this song? Because if it's a song that they can't get sheet music to, or it just doesn't exist, we help each other. You know, so that's what I, you know, originally intended to do here. I was going to put up about 50 songs and walk away. But then I realized, whoa, I can play 50 more. I can play 50 more. I can play 200 more. I can play 2,000 more. I can play 4,000 more. I didn't realize I could do that until I started to do it, you know, and I had no reason to do it until I started to get on YouTube. And the way that I'm able to play so many songs is because the way that I was taught. I went to a countless amount of music teachers like most people. I found the right guy at the right time at the Conservatory of Music. He showed me what I needed to know and just practice. And that's all. And basically the program that I put together is centered around his concept. And I built upon that concept. I added more stuff. And people kept asking me, say, man, Morris, man, you can play and teach us how you do what you do. So, you know, I took out about 6 months and I just started to put together this stuff. And I'm like, I think this works. I think when people see this, it'll make sense to them, even if they're very new to the guitar. Because I showed my wife this stuff and she's not a guitar player. She doesn't have any intentions on being one because she don't want to cut her nails, you know. But when I showed her the program, she said, this makes sense to me. And if I want to play, I would be able to play, you know. So I think it's easier for, you know, the beginners, because, you know, as you're watching this video and you're about to embark on your journey to try to attempt to play the guitar, I've been in your seat many years ago, but I was there. So I know what it takes to get you here. And it's not that difficult. You know, the course, you get like 8 modules, each of them about 45 minutes a piece. It's about 7.5 hours total. Just practice that. And it's going to take a while. You know, you're not going to be playing in 2 months. Hey, you know, but you're on the road to learning it the right way and able to play the stuff that you like. Because I think most of us, when we, again, embark on this journey to play an instrument, we hear stuff off the radio. Man, I would love to be able to play that. I like that guitar part. I like the piano part. I like the drum part. And you go to a music teacher and say, hey, I want to learn all that stuff. And this is what they tell you, because this is what they told me. Well, you know, that's not a problem. I can teach you that, but that's going to take like 2 years. You know, no, it won't. You know, the course that I'm going to give you guys, or that you purchase from me from day one, it gets you on the track of playing that stuff off the radio. And it won't be none of this stuff, because everybody that's taken formal lessons can attest to this and smile when I say this. They start you off with stuff like Mary Had a Little Lamb, When the Saints Go Marching In, and my favorite, Tom Dooley. I'm like, when am I ever going to play those songs? Is there ever going to be a kindergarten setting in the future that I'm going to be preparing for now? You know, it's ridiculous. And then that playing out of the easy songbook, that's ridiculous. because it's just as simple. Put you on the path to playing the stuff off the radio starting today. Instead of you got to wait 6 months at $240 a month. That's the car note, you know. So what I'm giving you guys for, again, a special today is for the next couple of days is $25. You get to download. And especially my overseas viewers, you definitely want to jump on this, because before I was able to provide the download, I used to physically ship these DVDs to China, Japan, England, you know, and it took a while, you know, because of customs now and the way that the world is now, everybody's crazy and sending bombs and stuff. So that process has slowed down tremendously thanks to the terrorists. Thank you, mother, you know. But now you get it in download. You know, you pay for it today, you get it today. And also what you get is a PDF file copy of this. And this is what really sent me on my way to become a professional musician, because the guy that taught me gave me this, and he said, I teach world-class musicians all around the world. And less than a year later, I was one of those guys, professional playing all around the world, you know. And his concept was really, it was a breath of fresh air, because like I told you guys, and most people that take formal lessons can attest to this, you go through about 4 different teachers at first. And one of the first teachers I had, what made me stop going to him was this. I was learning bass. And when you're at a beginning stage, you got to have a sense of patience when you're a teacher. And apparently I wasn't doing it right. And he's like, hey, pinch. And this is what he told me verbatim. Pinch that note like you pinching some chick's ass. And he kind of hollered at me. And I was like, my daddy don't holler at me. That was the last time I went. You know, I'm like, you know, he wasn't the one. Then I went to a couple of other ones. They was teaching me stuff that I would never use. Then I met Mr. Frank Ramon at the Conservatory of Music, and he kicked the door open for me. It's like, boom, this is it. He said, this is what you do, dude. Just practice this. It's not that difficult. Just practice this. And I practiced that, and it started to make sense. In less than a month, I could read sheet music, and it was like, no, now I got all of this great music available to me because I can read. You know, and then when you can't find it, your ear gets developed because you start to hear chords. And you're just like, okay, that sounds like suspended fourth dissolving into a major. So in my DVD course, I teach you how to tab your own songs. And it's not that difficult. You just got to focus on the bass player. The bass player is the key to the guitar player. You know, and in my DVD, I go into detail about why those two guys or two people are important to each other, especially how important to get bass players to the guitar player, because the majority of the songs that I cannot find sheet music to or don't have sheet music to, I can figure it out quickly. I show you how to dissect the song and learn structure of song, which is far more important to theory and knowing what key you're in. And when I say that, the theory heads get all upset and start tripping, you know. But those people that think that what I'm trying to teach you guys it's not effective, go to their channel. They ain't got no covers, no videos. They not teaching us nothing. I got over 4,000 covers on each channel combined. You know, so if you guys are interested, today for the next couple of days, and then I'm gonna take this video down, only $25. I'm literally giving this course away because what it's worth is worth a whole lot. Trust me. You know, what I'm going to show you guys is not shortcuts. It's just showing you how to do it and eliminating all that fluff and the garbage stuff. And what I mean by that is the easy song books and playing songs you ain't gonna never use and never do nothing with, that useless to you. All that stuff is not included. All that stuff got cut out because, like I said, when I took formal lessons, they gave me all that stuff at $30 an hour. And it's like, you know, this, I'm never going to use this. And why am I being taught this? You know, but I figured out a way to teach you guys to do what I do for only $25 a day and normally $40. You know, you can't beat that. I'm going to say this and I'm going to sign off. There are times that you don't even think that you're capable of doing certain stuff until you try to do it. Because the song I just posted, the Shaka Khan song Angel, I just heard that song, 20 minutes before I posted it. I heard it, I said, it's beautiful. It reminds me of If This World Were Mine by Luther Vandross, and whoever probably did the production for that, because I can hear the arrangements, how it's done, and who does who. Because you get to the point you can kind of hear people's signature production stuff, how they do it. You know, Babyface stuff, I can, you know, close my eyes and you should play me 30 songs, and if it's one Babyface song, like that's the one. But I had just heard that song a few minutes before I started working on how to put together the chorus, and it's not a hard song. It's kind of busy, but it's not hard. And every chord in that song is chords that I teach you. So it's not like the stuff that I'm teaching you, or the chords in the majority of songs that I don't teach you. Because again, in the course, I walk you through. There's probably about 6 chords that you need to learn, and then you just move them around the fretboard. You know, it's like you got to learn a major chord. Right here is G major. If you move this down a whole step, it's A. Move it down half step, A sharp, yep, or B flat. You know, stuff like that, real simple. Once you learn what you need to do, you apply it and you play. You keep playing. So again, today, for the next couple of days, my PayPal is right down here. So once you submit payment of $25, within the course of this day, in a couple of hours, you get your course and you get started. It's just that simple. Because again, I want to stop this. I can't see your fingers, Morris, man, even though the chords are right across the screen. You're not even focusing on that because you know how to play that. You don't even know what this is. You worried about finger placements and where to put your fingers. I'm telling you, you do not want to go that route. You know, on a regular basis, I get people that want to go that route. And I tell them, I said, you don't want to go that route because you're not going to learn how to become anything as far as the player just by trying to memorize finger placements and just because somebody told you to put it there and you can see where their hands at. But, you know, you don't want to go that route. So, again, learn the chorus, learn the rhythm guitar the right way. Instead of just looking at fingers and getting tab. That's the other thing, that new tab garbage where, you know, people want tabs. You don't want tabs. You want the name of the chord because you know how to play that chord, you know. So I'm going to sign off. But again, today, $25 special. It's going to last about 3 days. This video is going to come down in a couple of days. So you want to definitely jump on this, especially my overseas viewers. This is an opportunity that you can learn how to play the rhythm guitar for only $25. Because again, all those chords that I did in that Shaka Khan song, I teach you. They're not hard. They're not hard at all. They might look hard at the beginning standpoint, but trust me, once you start to break stuff down, which I teach you in my course, because it's not just about learning the guitar. There are other things, learning structure of song. You know, that's extremely important. That makes you a far better musician than if you don't. And I promise I'm going to say this and sign off because I'm going to give you a good example of that. One of the many bands I played in, and this was a corporate band. We had a drummer. Wasn't a bad drummer. Really nice dude. Really nice guy. Real pleasant. But he didn't know structure song. And what he didn't realize is the drummer is probably the most important person in your setup if you got a drummer. Because the drummer keeps the meter. The drummer signifies the portions of the changes in the song. You know, like the change is about to come up, dude. You know, how I signify that by the roll or the crash or the crescendo. So you got to know the song if you're the drummer. But our drummer didn't have a concept, didn't have a clue of that. He just playing through the whole song. No, crashes, no tom-toms to indicate that we're going to a different part of the song. No accents, nothing, just going. Because he didn't know. Nobody taught him because he self-taught himself. But as a musician, whether you're the drummer, the guitar player, or the bass player, you got to know that. You got to know the song you're playing. You got to know the structure, you know. But there are some people that don't realize how important that is. And some people don't even realize that they don't know it. You know, they just jump in just playing, you know. But until next time, take care. Again, my PayPal information is right there. Once you submit payment, I'll send you out the course today. Thank you. Have a good day.